If you're searching for a way to look directly into the camera while either reading a script like I am right now, or while on a video call so that you can look directly into the other person's eyes, then I think I've found the perfect solution for you. It's called the iContact Pro, and it's now my go-to solution for Zoom calls or Teams calls or Skype calls. If you follow this channel, you've seen videos about how you can look into the camera using teleprompters or AI software, and those are still great, but this new system is my favorite as of summer 2024. I'm going to go through what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and how it's better than or not quite as good as my runner-up solutions. I'll do some comparisons to show you the video and so that you can hear the audio quality. Let's start with why this little device is necessary. When doing a video call, we tend to look into the eyes of the other person. Let me show you what this looks like. Because our webcams are typically at the top of our screens, what that looks like to the person on the other side is that you're not looking them into their eyes. Maybe it looks like you're looking over their shoulder or down at their chin. People have become accustomed to this lack of eye contact in the past 10 years or so of video calls. But we have tens of thousands of years of programming in our brains that is set up to recognize when someone is looking us in the eye. We won't trust people who don't look us in the eye. Think of it this way. If you're a doctor or a coach or a salesperson, if you had a meeting with a client or a possible client in your office, would you look at their chin the entire conversation? Why would you do that in a video call? So the easy solution is to just look at the little green dot to fake eye contact. That looks great to the client on the other side of the call, but now you cannot see their expressions or get any feedback clues about how they are accepting what you are saying. The camera and their eyes need to be in the same place. The iContact Pro puts the camera about 3 or 4 inches lower than the top of your screen. You just need to drag the window with the other person's face into the right spot on your screen. I like to put the camera just above their eyes in the middle of their forehead. This is close enough to appear like you're looking them directly in the eye without being too distracting. If you find that too distracting, you'll need to use one of my alternate solutions, which I'll describe later in this video. Of course, when I'm talking about putting someone's face by the camera, the same thing applies if you want to read a script without looking like you're reading a script. You just put your script just below the camera and make sure that the script isn't too wide so that the viewer doesn't see your eyes going back and forth. By the way, I'm using a software called SpeakFlow, which allows me to adjust how wide the text is and also how big the font is. And I can also show you what it looks like when you're using SpeakFlow with a regular webcam that sits on top of your screen with the text pulled up as close as possible to the camera. It's close, but I think you'll agree the iContact Pro is better. So let's quickly talk about my 2 runner-up solutions and why I like the iContact better. Solution number 1 is a teleprompter setup. With this setup, you don't see the camera at all. It's hidden behind the mirror, but there are 2 downfalls. One is that this solution is expensive. Plan on spending at least $600. Second is the space that it takes up on your desk. Although the screen size is typically limited to like 10 inches, the entire contraption takes up a lot of desk real estate. Solution 2 is using AI. There's a great software that I'm a beta tester for. It's called Casablanca. What it does is take the image from your webcam and digitally alters your eyes so that when you're looking at the screen, it redraws your eyes to make them look like you're looking at the camera. It's kind of freaky how well this works, but there are 3 problems here. First, it's not commercially available as the summer of 2024. I'm in the beta testing program. 2, it's slow to start up. I need to start the program about 2 minutes before I have a Zoom call so that it can optimize. 2 minutes doesn't seem like it's that much time, but I'm always running behind and that 2 minutes matters to me. And lastly, it requires a lot of computer power. I have a 2-year-old higher-end Mac Studio, and it's at the low end of the requirements. And so the sound and the video are off by like a half a second. Enter the iContact Pro. I actually started with the original iContact and it was good, but it had 2 flaws. The video was just okay, and it was really just too portable. Like it was the size of a pencil, and I lost it. I really wanted to compare the image from the Pro and the original, but it's nowhere to be found. I could easily have gotten lost in a couch cushion. Maybe that's good for some folks, but clearly not for me. The new Pro version is about the size of a regular external webcam. It has better optics than the original, but still not amazing optics. It has a built-in microphone. Once again, not amazing sound, but I guess if you're using a computer that doesn't have a built-in microphone, this could be an important feature for you. I'll share some samples later in the video. But where it really excels is how the camera is stored at the top of your screen. And when you need to use it, you just flip it down. Then you flip it up when you're done. It's small enough not to obstruct too much of your screen, but you'll want to flip it up when you're not using it. It now takes me about a quarter second to get ready for a Zoom call. It mounts similar to a lot of other nicer Logitech cameras so that you can adjust the angle without adjusting your screen, and it only adjusts up and down. Some cameras on the market I've seen adjust to the right and the left, but I've never felt a need to do that. Before we do some comparison testing, I wanted to mention that it comes with a piece of software that lets you adjust your webcam. This wasn't available when I first got the original version, and it definitely would have helped improve that image. This software works with actually any of your webcams. It allows you to adjust things like the white balance. Personally, I prefer things to be a little more warm. You can also adjust the brightness, the contrast, sharpness, even the zoom. The software for Macs does a pretty good job of remembering the settings so I don't have to keep going in there to mess with things. When I do these comparisons, just note that the video has been tweaked with that software. Same thing with the Logitech that I'm going to be comparing it to. I use the Logitech software to tweak that video. Let's start with the video. Here's the video from my C922 Logitech webcam. This is about a $100 webcam, so it's on the nicer side. And you'll notice also that I'm not making eye contact anymore. And here's the video from the iContact. I can tell the difference between these two. The 922 looks more crisp and has better range. But now let's share a camera that I once liked because it was ahead of its time in solving this issue. It's the Webcam, and you can see the camera is just not up to par. I think they discontinued this one, and honestly, I think it looked better when I first got it, but it's been sitting in a drawer for years. Next, let's test the audio. Here's the audio from the microphone built into the iContact Pro, and the audio from my C922 webcam. And finally, the audio from my Blue Yeti Podcaster microphone. It's not really a fair comparison between the Yeti and the iContact, but you can hear what the iContact sounds like, that it's about the same as the C922 microphone, which is about what I would expect. Finally, let me tell you a couple things that aren't quite perfect. For one, it doesn't have a privacy shield, and I don't think you could really attach one. You could throw a sock over it, but it would be nice if the camera folded into a spot behind a piece of plastic. Also, my screen has a very small bevel, and the mounting bracket does cover up the very edge of my screen. To be fair, the Logitech C922 does the same thing, but I wanted to mention it in case that's important to you. As I mentioned in the beginning of this video, this is now my go-to solution. In 2023, when I got access to the Casablanca AI software, I pretty much stopped using my physical teleprompter, and I've been trying all sorts of devices over the past few years to try to get the camera in the right spot. Either they were too distracting, hard to set up, flimsy, or they just were always out of stock. I thought that with Casablanca, I was going to stop looking for hardware solutions. But the processing power needed and the slowness left me open to trying this iContact Pro webcam. And I'm glad I did. I haven't used Casablanca in the week since I got this. It's so easy to just flip down the camera and flip it back up after the video call. I actually had predicted that physical teleprompters and webcams like this would be dead as of late 2024. And I still think that it might be true as long as you have a brand new spiffy computer to run the AI software. But the iContact camera is a perfect solution for the next few years while waiting for the hardware to catch up with the newest AI software. Lastly, iContact did send this camera to me to review because they saw the video that I did about the original version. And if you use the link below this video, I get a bit of a commission, which helps to fund my YouTube habit. And I'm using SpeakFlow to scroll my script in this video. There'll be an affiliate link for that down below too. Please let me know what you are using to solve this look them in the eye, read a script problem. Do that in the comments down below. And I've posted 2 other videos with my runner-up solutions up here if you'd like to check them out.